viewers, Kami here. Well, I'm going to do a quick review on Pokemon Go. Yes, what I think about it is actually I'm going to start off why you probably should or should not this time, but let's get this started first. First off, let me put this here, it's just a water bottle. Pokemon Go has been released about a week ago, roughly about a week ago as of today. Alright. It's because it was said that it will be like up in pretty much late July or so, but it was surprisingly when I see a lot of videos on YouTube stating that this app has been released in other places, but I did not get the app until Wednesday night, and I start playing and it's like, how do I work this, man? How? Anyway, what is Pokemon Go exactly? It is a combination of like the basic Pokemon game and then Google Maps and something completely different. The reason why I say a normal Pokemon game is because you get to capture a lot of Pokemon. I mean, you get the basic Pokeball every day. Or every chance you go to a so-called Pokestop, but that is the part of the different thing about it. Google Maps, the reason why I say Google Maps instead of like the actual map app on your phone, because Google's actually more sufficient when it comes to their maps. For example, you can find whatever you needed. It gives you most detailed map ever. It can give you better directions. And in fact, it was supposed to be an inclusion joke a while back, I think about a year or two ago, when they say, oh, you can find Pokemon through Google Maps. They decided it was a really good idea for us Poke fans out there, so they partner up, Game Freak partner up with Niantic, which is kind of like an online app company that created another app. I can't remember the name of the app, but I've heard of it before. And they create this game. Well, you're going outside and do something like that. You capture Pokemon, make friends, and all that. And that's technically Pokemon Go. The pros and cons of Pokemon Go, I'm going to say what's the pros first. Pros, you're getting outside, you're getting your daily exercise. Whether it's biking, walking, running, jogging, whatever. You travel. I travel on bus. Sorry, my bad. When I travel on bus, I found like a ton of Pokemon, but it's not like the Pokemon there. You meet new friends. I mean, if you go to a Pokestop that has a lure, you get a chance to meet people and talk. In fact, I was talking to a neighbor of mine who was playing Pokemon Go. We were on 13th Avenue, which is like the street behind me. Or actually, where I'm sitting right now, I'm facing south. So, yeah. I'm facing south right now. And it's like, that way. Technically, it's a street facing me. And we were just talking. He asked me what level I am. I was actually a level 6 at the time. He was actually a level 14. Now he's like a level 20. You get to explore your neighborhood in a different light. I mean, I rather explore like through buses or walking around the neighborhood to see if I can find anything cool. Sorry, the fans. I know my hair is kind of a mess. It's like, deal with it. The cons. Now, the cons are actually overweighing the pros this time. And that is because there are a lot of stories involved, a lot of incidents that were involved with Pokemon Go. I'll give you an example. There was an article I read earlier during the weekend stating that there was a young lady in, I think, Wyoming. She was playing Pokemon Go that time, and she found a dead body in a river. And while she helped finding the body, it was unexpected. That was kind of like the good end of the part, because the guy just died like 24 hours ago, according to the article. Another one states that there are tons of places out there that you're not allowed to be at. Just this morning, I listened to my morning radio, and they said, well, there's no Pikachu at this shoe. Now, what that does mean is, if you're not familiar with football or Ohio State whatsoever, which I'm living close by to, I mean, the shoe is actually a mile away from where I live, so it's a hop, skip, and a jump. It's about like a mile or two away from my house. And this is, you can't trespass into private property whatsoever. I've lived at, I mean, you can go to the Oval, which is another place, and park, and you can find like a whole bunch of Pokemon. You can find other stuff. I actually found a Jigglypuff on my way into going shopping. I was like, use Pokemon Go like just to pass time, and found a bunch of just generic Pokemon. I mean, generic. Another con would have been someone actually will use Pokemon Go to mug people. I know it's kind of a shock, but I heard this on the radio as well a day ago. Yesterday morning, I was like listening to the radio, like la di da di da, and all of a sudden I heard some guy got mugged using Pokemon Go. A couple of teenagers just mugged a couple of guys using what is called a lure module, which it looks like a little SD card in the game. You just put it in like your Pokestop, and then it does lure Pokemon. It lures everybody in. It brings people together. And they use it just to mug people. It's like, dude, why? Why? Another one is always been using when it comes to vacationing or looking for a place to live is location, location, location. I'll explain why. Where I live is technically an urban area. I live in the city. I'm actually quiet at home because I know where I'm going, and if I'm looking for something, let's say, I want to go to Barnes & Noble at Lenox, I go straight to the Lenox, and it's not that far. I'm also living amongst college students or young adults who are still working, young professionals. Fortunately, that won't work pretty well because the Pokemon itself are actually based on where you live. If you live in a suburbia, let's say in Westerville or like outskirts in Chicagoland, I'm going to say Chicagoland because I have a friend. Oh shit! Hold on. Oh, much better, much better. Yeah, it's kind of hot in Ohio, so yeah, we're hoping for rain, and we're hoping, so enough said. Anyway, sorry, the wind is just like, get it out of my mouth. You're only limited like a couple of Pokemon, and there's hard enough that is. I mean, if you want to look for that Rapidash in your neighborhood, unfortunately, you cannot find a Rapidash in your neighborhood unless you live like something that's relatable to fire. The most rarest Pokemon I actually gotten so far, and it's just today, it was a 10-kilometer egg. These are, if you're getting eggs from Pokestops, kudos for you, and it really depends. I gotten a Bulbasaur from its 2-kilometer egg. I got Magikarp. I got a Weedle. The 10-kilometer one just so happens to be Electabuzz. Yeah, Electabuzz. Now, if you're asking me what kind of Pokemon did I find that are in the wild in my neighborhood, I'm going to be quite honest with you. There's a lot of psychic types. I am not kidding. The majority of my Pokemon that I've seen so far are in fact Drowsies. There are a few Ghastlies. Some of the few ones I've seen are like Bellsprout, Magikarp. I actually found a Squirtle in the street next to me. I've seen, oh, actually on my way into work yesterday, the other day, I've actually found a Wartortle. Caught him. It's like, ugh. There's a bunch of Eevees off of High Street. Okay, if you guys don't know, I live off of campus, and our blood street right now is High Street. What the hell? I don't know, something is wrong with my phone right now. It's like, why Suri is talking to me? And it's like, no, Suri. Like I said, it's location. It's where you live. You can find the abundance of a certain type of Pokemon. That's pretty much it. I mean, I can find like really interesting Pokemon out there. I wanted to go to Goodell Park on Saturday or Sunday and just capture Pokemon and look around my neighborhood some more. I really hate to say this. I got my roommates involved. My roommates are like, well, they're not exactly as like excited. When I show them my game, it's like, here, you can take a look at it. I don't really care. They actually took my cell phone. It's like, we're gonna catch a Pokemon over her channel. It's like, can I come along? It's my phone. Yes. As for the Eevees, I hate to say it, it's random. If you want a certain Pokemon, I want the Vaporeon. It has been my mascot for a while now. I love him or her. Actually, where's Sky? Where's Sky? This guy is so awesome. He's very loyal. I'm getting ahead of myself here. It's random. You cannot get like any other. If you want, let's say you want a Jolteon, and when you evolve your Eevee, you get a Vaporeon. Another con, and it's been happening quite frequently since its launch. A lot of problems. Literally a lot of problems with servers. I had to start up with a new account. I'm still on the Farron 90 account. If you don't know what Farron 90 is, it's actually a nod to my YouTube handle, Kaminari Farron. And Farron's from Final Fantasy 13. Also, I'm a huge Sailor Moon fan, so it's a nod to Pharaoh 90, which is from the enemy from Super Sailor Moon S. So it's just a nod. Kurishi is actually my Japanese name for my real life name. I'm not going to give that out unless you actually know me. So yeah. Yeah, it's server crashing. Pokemon Trainer Club, whatever it is, wasn't working. That was my first account with Pokemon Go. Bugs, game freezing, especially if you want to capture like the moderate hardness of capturing a Pokemon, like the yellow Pokemon, I call it. The green Pokemon are the easiest, yellow is moderate, and the red is hardest, or the rarest. If you try to capture that, they freeze on you. It froze on me like 3 times. I found the seal on my way home from work, and all of a sudden, it just froze on me. I just like do it. For a few days within, I have trouble like when I log in, it's like I had to wait till it, and then it like kicks me out, and then I had to relog myself in. It's tedious. They stopped that. They stopped that recently, and like the first update. They come to the second update. This one helps out with Pokemon Trainers Club, which is honestly, Trainers Club is having a problem itself because I tried to make up my own character. Unfortunately, it didn't work so well. I mean, one of type is you got a problem with customization. Another con, and this is on my behalf, not everybody else. It's up to you. But the fashion, my God, it's atrocious. Dear God. I really hope that Pokemon Sun and Moon has better fashion. By the looks of it, there's no prayer. Nothing is going to satisfy this fashionista. I'm not really a fashionista. I wear stretch pants for God's sake. Horrible. Horrible. I should be wearing designer dresses by now. No. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. You're basically limited of what you got. It's just like the same outfit but a color swap. My character is wearing all blue, except for the backpack, which is kind of purple-ish. How you battle is another con. I'm going to be quite honest with you guys. In order for you to battle someone, you have to go to a gym and battle that, and you have to be at level 5. If you're not at level 5, you're SOL for a while. That means you can't use any of the Pokestops either because you have to be level 5. What else? Teams are like, excuse me? What the? You got like 3 teams. You got Team Instinct, which represents Aptos. Team Mystic, which I'm a part of, which is Articuno. And Team Valor, which is Moltres. You got like all these 3 teams based on the legendary birds, and they have some perks to it. And in fact, I saw like a bunch of like pictures of like for Pokemon Go. If you are a specific team, you get a discount. And we don't have that here yet. I would like to see something on like one of the bars. If you're Team Mystic, you get a free beer. It's like, okay. But you can't change out your team. I think it's rather stupid. I think you can, but it takes a while. Let's see. Do I like it? Even though it brought me outside and just like look at my maps and just like, oh wait, another bad one would have been, it's a battery drainer. Now my battery has drained so much, I've only like, this one will probably last me about 2 hours. If I go shopping and not on Pokemon Go, let's say if I go to a grocery store, pick up my usual groceries, like my meal replacement drinks, my snacks, pop. In fact, I had to put pop on the list. Like, I'm almost done. I'm almost out. Dear God. Don't worry, I'm not closing tomorrow. That's a good thing. It's like, I don't want to close. Anyway, to point out what I've meant is, even if you're on a battery saver, you have to at least have an external charger with you. You don't, like, not like a special battery pack like I do. I have like several. And that's because I'm on the go all the time. And I haven't been bringing like my AC adapter for it. I just like plug it in like while I'm on my way home from work or on my way to work. Let it charge. I put it on battery saver mode or low battery mode, and just don't mess with it for a while. I mean, I'll take it out just to do calculations and put it back in. Like, bye. And that is actually part of the problem. If you put a battery saver on your app, it does not work. In fact, I had to do it multiple times. Like, the music. And the music is loud, too. The music loud. Anyway, back to, like, what's my verdict? Playing your own risk is most likely my best advice for you. I mean, it's good if you're playing, but if you go into, like, any establishment, just put your phone away. Just, like, pay attention. I mean, I have customers who comes into my line and just, like, play Pokemon Go. It's like, oh, wait a minute, I found a Pikachu in chemicals, or a Pikachu in paper. I was like, you're not allowed to play Pokemon Go in our store. I mean, it's not fair. It's like, I can't play it. But I can't play it because I can't be on my phone. And I put on airplane mode and just leave it at that. Oh, yeah. And trespassing, like I said earlier, trespassing is a problem. You're not allowed to be in, like, any of a restricted area. Police stations, so no. Fire departments, so no. Certain areas of a park, no. I don't know. So yeah, my verdict is technically, it's play at your own risk. I mean, you can play it and you can have a bunch of fun, making friends and all that, get to know your neighbors. At the same time, just be aware. I mean, there are scammers out there who like do this and that. Are there any hacks? Yes, there is, but I'm afraid that'll probably be damaging to your phone. I stick with the usual walking. I'm like, I walk home from work. I walk to work. Or I walk from my bus stop to work, or to my bus stop, and then walk straight back to work, and then go to the other bus stop, take the bus home. I'm good to go. Yeah, it is a play at your own risk kind of game. That's pretty much it I have to say. Don't get me wrong, I do like the game itself, but at the same time, I do not. Hopefully, it can be worked well for the following update with the new iOS update. Yes, I got the Apple version of the game. You can see, yeah, right now, unfortunately, it's just terrible. Another question you probably would ask, like I said, what kind of Pokemon did you find in your neighborhood? Your basic normal types. Like, I found my Pidgeys. I actually found like a few interesting rare ones. I say rare. I mean, I get this Jinx. I find Jinx in my neighborhood. I was like, I actually found a Hypno yesterday. I think it was yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday. I was on my way home from my morning stuff, and I caught a picture. I took a picture like right outside the house and made a tweet. If you ever go to Kaminari-chan and Kaminari Girl on Twitter, you'll look it up, and it's hilarious. I love it. That's one of my favorite features of it. It's like you can take a picture and make it your own meme. I found Hypno, Jinx. I collect eggs, so it really depends what kind of Pokemon I get. Eevee on high. I found a Poliwag in a Poliwhirl, I think. I found a Poliwhirl. Squirtle. And a Wartortle. Most of my Pokestops are close to me. are on the other side of the tracks, which is that way. And we're getting ready for the Ohio State Fair, so that's a no-go on my end, but I would love to. I have yet to challenge my first gym yet, but I'm not ready for it. I just want to power up my Pokemon, that's it. Alright, then, yeah. So, yeah, sorry, I'm not going to give this a really good... I'm sorry if it's not a very good review. And it's not because of the popularity of it. It's been quite popular. Even, like, my morning DJs are, like, obsessed of this game. I mean, even my favorite DJ of all, I'm doing a shout out to Jimmy Jam from the Morning Zoo at WNCI, doing a very interesting impression of Krabby. Krabby is awesome. Wait. Great name for a Krabby. Anyway, if you like my content right now, especially my review of Pokemon Go, please like and subscribe. It will help out a lot because I want feedback. I want to make sure I want to make some really good videos for you. Probably do a house tour, meeting of the roommates, maybe, so on and so forth. Anyway, this is Kaminari-chan, and I wish you the best of luck. And if you want to be a part of my Storm Kingdom, please, like I said, like and subscribe. You will like it. Anyway, have a good night.